Okay.
Welcome again, everyone, for another year, another championship of the Belgian F4 Championship, sponsored by Auriga Racing. All thanks to BSRF. My name is Jean Van Liem from Star Grid TV, but I'm definitely not alone. I'm accompanied by both Simon Heck and Niels de Pauw. Simon and Niels, welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's an honor to be here to some very official championship. Something what I'm not used to, and I will see how it goes. I hope it's gonna be very good racing, close racing, not too many accidents. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure. Simon, tell us, what
Yeah.
made you organize another year?
The RACB. No, we had fun with the F4. Of course, last season was not the best, but yeah, we need another person to go to the FIA Motorsport Games. And we have a nice opportunity with Auriga Racing joining as a sponsor, with an awesome prize giving away two real-life driving experience and a Fun Cup 2 car. So that's pretty awesome, and yeah, that's then a must to do this season again and see from this year and next year who will then join for the FIA Motorsport Games.
That's a very nice thing to do. Yeah, last year we had Vince Peters representing Belgium at the championship, which was quite exciting to watch. There was also a broadcast; you could watch it live from home. Although there were also some issues with the broadcast, it was quite a fun experience, and I think it was a fun experience for Vince Peters as well.
Yeah, and he did awesome. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know, Niels, if you saw it, if you watched it.
No, I've only recently been introduced to the iRacing format. I don't have
Ah, okay.
iRacing
Yeah.
myself, so that's why I don't really follow it too much.
Yeah, but he did pretty good. Like from the pace, like top 3, top 5. Were very unlucky with the race control decision, and yeah, unfortunate. But I think he's heated up to join again. But that will be then in the pro class that we will see after the AMs.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible. I think
Yes,
it's
indeed.
a World Series, right?
Yeah, we're going all across the world in this championship. We're starting off
No,
at home or you mean the championship
yeah,
from?
the other
Yes,
championship.
that
Yeah,
too, that too, that too. But while I'm talking about it, so it's a big calendar, 6 races, starting at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, and then moving on to the States at Laguna Seca, then Brazil in South America, Interlagos. Then we go all the way to the other side of the world at in Fuji in Japan, then again to the States in Watkins Glen, and then there will be a track vote for the final round of the season.
interesting. Luckily, the drivers don't have to do any logistics with online racing, so it's not like any flights have to be covered.
Yeah,
To the West Side to
that would be expensive season then.
Well, maybe some drivers will move during the season. We never know when getting a new setup. Maybe some logistics involved.
Yeah,
Usually not the case.
I raced most of the time in the Swiss series, and we had people like driving from hotels, from rented places because they were on work trips and stuff. So yeah, pretty crazy just to win the championship. Talking with the hotel to get internet down there and stuff. So
That's a
you
really
never
good.
know.
That's a really good idea
Dedication.
because there's so many people that join a league, and then yeah, they're on a holiday, so they can't make it to all of the races, but they
Yeah.
can. You can visit a local sim racing center and just compete from there. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, hey, I think there's no excuse. You even had like Sven Hase from now Grid and Go Esports, where
Yep.
we also see a teammate from him. He worked as a captain on ships, and he had even a sim racing setup with him on the ship when he was away for weeks. So yeah, he trained there then.
That's truly some dedication.
That's
So how does the
Yeah.
point structure work? Is it every round gives points then?
Yeah, every heat will get points for the drivers, There will be again, like in the Clio Cup, be extra points. So for qualifying, P1 gets an extra point, and per heat, the fastest lap. And if you have 0 incident points, you will also get an additional point.
That's a lot of points to win. Also, P1 wins 50 points all the way down to 35th place. That's 1 point. So everyone could gain some points in this class. I think there's 35 registrations, maybe
Entries,
36,
yeah.
but I see 33 people present right now.
Yeah.
So lots of points
31
to
on
be
track.
gained. And the race format, indeed, now we are going to witness the AM Championship, the first round, and then another heat of the AMs. Then we'll take a quick break, because then we'll have to switch streams to the Pro Championship, where they will drive another 2 heats.
Is there a relegation or promotion in the AM class, or just
Not
separate
yet,
heats?
no. It's just 2 separate heats. But in the second heat, the top 8 will be reversed. So from the results of heat 1, top 8 will get reversed. And yeah, that's the starting order for the second heat then.
Okay. So that's then the same as Formula 2, the feature and the sprint races.
Yeah, exactly. Just we have 2 heats with the same time, so they also get equal points.
Amazing.
You just have to work a bit more for the second heat if you win the first one. But yeah, it's to mix it up, to let the fast guys work.
If you're the fastest man on track, then that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Like if we see now the current qualifying standings, of course it's narrow with almost 35 people on the track. Spa has a lot of space, so that's good. But you see that the times are very, very narrow. In most of the cases, we are like in hundreds of seconds between the cars. And with the draft here on Spa, it will be very interesting.
Yeah, I think it will be could be a very tactical race if you see drivers being very close in lap times as well during the race. With them maybe trying to set up a draft or try to be behind someone to get the draft to then overtake on the camel straights. Or on
Yeah.
Blanchimont even, as we see a spin. Dante.
That's the first of commentators' curses, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it was
no,
John.
don't start it.
It was more like a broadcast curse. It was my mistake. I just thought let's have a look at Oliva, and yeah, he'll have to do a switcheroo. Currently, it's not Julien Masson anymore on pole position. Stefan van der Swisser just did a time that's a little bit faster than his. So he's taking over pole position from Julien Masson. Currently, still 5 minutes remaining in the qualifying session.
Yeah, it's new that we don't have Lorenz de Vliera on P1. I'm still used, like, we just finished the Clio Cup season like 3 weeks ago, I think, or 4 weeks.
Yeah, he absolutely dominated the AM Championship.
Dominated it, yeah. So,
maybe it's not his track, maybe it's not his car.
Yeah, of course, it's a completely different
I'm not sure.
car,
I think we'll see him on the podium quite a few times during this championship. So
yeah. There are a lot of names we know from the Clio Cup, so you know a bit the pace, etc. But I think F4 is a lot about racecraft because of the draft. Also, you don't just have the draft, you also have the side draft. So if you go side to side, it depends a big role where you place your car, etc. to get the draft from the other car if you are next to it. So yeah, it will be very tight. And as I said already to the drivers in the briefing, our point system is renewed. So we have a very narrow point system. The points between each place, I think at the start there are 4 points apart per place, and then it goes down until 1 point. So you really need to be consistent over the season. It's not enough to just win single races.
Yeah, and with 6 races, it's not a very long season, so mistakes can be very, very costly as well because it's often difficult to get them back.
Absolutely, yeah. You have a drop round available, so one of the 6 weeks will not count towards your championship final points. But yeah, sometimes you also can't attend one round because of family work, etc. So that's why it's designed for, to give a bit more freedom. But yeah, if you can do 6 rounds, it's always better, because then if you have a crash or something, you can just get rid of this
Yeah, and even
result.
if it's not your fault, and yeah, crashes happen. Often long races, often hard fighting, and sometimes you get out of course, and it can cost you a lot of points. But if you indeed do 6 races, you can minimize those points losses by the one race that gets scrapped, and often, yeah, you can get a lot more, a lot higher position in the championship.
Yeah,
Terrible sentence.
absolutely.
Every point will count.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
much.
Also the bonus points. I saw last season at the end, Christophe Herbignon only won the championship because of a lot of extra points. So I think he was separated 11 points from Jentel van Tienen, and he had like 9 extra points more than Jentel van Tienen. So you see that it's still a big role.
Let's have a look at the slipstream. Let's see how big it is. Looking at Nicolas Cordisco. No slipstream then.
Currently 15th place, but the driver in front are really, really close. So with 10th one would be 3 places maybe that he will win on the starting grid. So any improvements will be, yeah, massive.
Yeah, you really see the gaps are so narrow, like literally hundreds of a second. So even if you can get a tenth out of a lap, that's massive. Like we have the first 18 places separated by only 1 second, and until place, no, it's even more. Yeah, around the first 18 places in 1 second. So that's insanely narrow.
Yeah, it's if only Formula One or other series were like that, we could only dream.
Yeah.
Everyone just has to come drive the Belgian F4 Championship.
Yeah, that's a
More
statement.
competitive. But only
Yeah, I
Belgian
think
drivers can join here, right?
exactly, because this series intends to get a Belgian representative for the motorsport games. Of course, you need to be Belgian or have a place of residence in Belgium. So that's why we have this rule at this championship.
And qualifying is over.
Yes, let's have a quick look at the first results coming in. It's Stefan van der Smissen on pole position, followed closely by Julien Masson, who was on pole position for quite some time, right until the end. Nicolas Gabriels in third, next to Florent Hendricks, and then it's Lorenz de Vlieger and Agnesis. In seventh, it's Oliva and De Gent, followed by Stingelhamber and Christophe de Leek coming in P10. Let's see if we can show you the grid. So that were the first 5 rows. Nils, I'm gonna let you take it away for the next few.
Okay, so then in 11th it's Jet Naga, then 12th Rune Bobaars, then Pierre Sergeef, 13th place. Alongside him is Louis Libert. Nicolas Cordisco is in 15th. Serge
Is it standing or rolling
Dendas
stone?
in 16th place. Then 17th is Eric Loire. Laurent
Okay,
Tricot is in
okay,
18th
thank you.
place. Bastien Van in 19th, and I haven't gotten to see the other ones.
Sorry,
Fabrice, yeah,
my bad.
still 5 more to go. Donovan Hoywa, 20th. Christian Collin round is the first one not inside of the top 20. Jan Thijssen in 22nd. Fabrice Dutrieux in 23rd. Andy Schommers in 24th. And then the 25th is Fabrien.
I think we'll go have a look because almost all drivers are on the
yes.
track. We do not want to miss the start of the first race.
No,
10 more seconds to go until it's green lights. Stefan
Oh,
van der
let's see the
Smissen in
first
pole
lap.
position next to Julien Masson. That should take it away, then I can still make some adjustments to the stream. Nils.
Okay, as we see the lights coming up. Van der Smissen on pole position, Jean Masson, Julien Masson second, and we're off. And looks to be a good start from Van der Missen. Good start from Gabriels as well, as he's also already alongside Masson and pass him. As we see some glitching on the streams, but very, very clean racing, no crashes I think. And Van der Missen coming up in Eau Rouge, followed by Radio. We see some riders alongside each other as well, still very clean racing, as we see Julien Agnesen alongside and overtaking Stingelhammer, coming up to Lecombe, the long camel straight. As you see Gabriel's maybe going for a move, or no, that's Masson going for a move again on Gabriel's, taking back his second position. And Gabriel's in trouble now as he goes very, very wide, losing the position to the Vlieger. As you see more shuffling down at the back. As you see Pierre, Sergeev and the Dendas, I think,
Yes,
going
indeed.
alongside. Very, very close. Let's take over.
Yes, let's go back to the front. Stefan van der Smith still in pole, next in front of Masson. And then it's Gabriels, de Vlieger and Oliva. De Vlieger making up one position already. That's one step closer to the podium after starting in 5th. Masson taking the lead in front of Van der Smisse. Right before the SS. Or Pif Paf, as we say.
Or Le Fond.
Yeah. And there is bad news for Nicolas Gabriels because he did job start, so he will have to serve drive throughout.
That's not ideal, as we see Van der Missen again coming back on Masson. Masson with a bit of a maybe disappointing start, but he yeah, made it up on the long straights. With some beautiful overtaking moves as we almost go 3 wide into the bus stop. Gabriels, will he take the pit stop now? No, he will not. As he's coming up 3 wide on the start-finish straight, we are in for a treat here.
Sure, why it's flickering. I'll have to check it in a moment when everything is settling down in a bit. Van der Smisse back in first. Come on, what's wrong? Let me... That's
Technical difficulties, as we
Yes.
see. We're going side by side into Eau Rouge and then Radion. Will this end well? Will they give each other space? Yes. Very clean racing from both drivers. This is not your Sunday league.
Oh, there's somebody going on in the background.
I think that's Cordieu. They saw, yes, Nicolas Cordieu, and I think he's out of the race as well. To see it on my screen here.
He jumped to the pits, Nicolas Cordisco. Come on, I'll just check something quickly. I'll put on a waiting still. I'll be back with the stream in 30 seconds or something. Alright, very sorry. Lots of apologies for this, but it should be fixed now. So we're back in the race. Now it was currently a 3 wide between is it Christophe Delake, Bobars, and Oliva, fighting for third position. Masson still in first, in front of Van der Smissen.
Yeah, we had some, I think 1 or 2 touches.
Yeah, I saw there was a
I
crash.
thought
I was
Lawrence-
looking for it. Was it Loris de
Yeah,
Vlier? Yeah, right?
Yeah, Lorenz de Vlier got punted in turn 1 from behind.
Yeah.
He was on P3.
I'll,
now had
I
to
think I
tow
found
back
it.
to the
Let's have a
pits.
quick look because the viewers could not see it.
Yes. It's already.
This is already too late. Let me go back a bit more.
But this tire looks tired.
Looking for the event. We'll go back to it in a couple seconds.
Yeah, now we have to rearrange everyone. So we have Julien Masson and Stefan Van der Smissen on the top. And they have a small gap for Christophe Delake, Rune Bobbers, and Dante Oliva.
Yes, indeed. Yes, Delake in third, still followed by Bobars and Oliva. Delake and Bobars already made up 7 and 8 positions. So Delake started in P10, Bobars in 12th, and are now fighting for podium. So that's pretty impressive this early on in the race.
Yeah, that's looks to be some really good racing there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this?
But as we said before in the qualifying as well, these F4 cars are very difficult to drive. Well, not difficult to drive, but they require quite a good of racecraft, often more than raw speeds. So even if you start down quite a bit in 10th and 11th and 12th, you can make up a lot of places like that. Is my mic better?
Yes, it's better now, I think.
Yes.
Wait, you're also off stream. Well,
yes, I had to stop that because there was something blocking.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out during the break. There's still, we're almost halfway in the first heat. Oliva moved up to third position in front of Delake, so Delake will now have to defend against Rune Bobars.
Yeah, also Rune also, I think for you also, Jean, well known out of other series. I know him personally from the Belka Sprint 2 years ago. So definitely also a driver that knows how to race.
Very nice. And those races in Spa as well.
And at the, I think at the back of the pack, yeah, the first Auriga racing car, Tijet Naga. He's also, some of you maybe know him. He's a YouTuber on sim racing. So also very nice to see him join the series here.
This is Hoya in Loire going side by side. Loire looks to be getting the position right before the bus stop. And this should be the ideal time to have a quick look at Loris de Vlier's crash. Here we have him in the middle of the screen. He is driving next to, is it the lake? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a touch on the wheel. And then lost his wing, lost the wheel, so he had to probably jump to pit lane because I don't think he was going to make it. Yeah. He's trying to make it out of the way.
It should be Dante Oliva from Flemish Sim Sport, I think. And if I see the little
Yes, it was indeed. Dante Oliva, he will have to... No, he doesn't have to go defensive. But the lake is really close to him, so this is going to be a long battle for P3. Naga made it past Bobars as well, making up 6 positions from the start. Naga making it maybe past the lake. No, that's a difficult move there on the outside.
Yeah.
The Oliva really feels the pressure right now. 3 cars just right on his tail, and then it's a little bit of a bigger gap. It's a gap of 6 seconds until Eric Loire shows up, followed by Bastien Van Rijkegem and Donovan Oyua, if I pronounce that correctly.
Yeah, but still very tight, Joe. If you look at the intervals, you have the orange ones are the very narrow gaps, the yellow ones they're a little bit wider, and the white ones like over a second. And we see a lot of orange, so a lot of cars with very close racing, exactly what we have expected. But also we see that behind P8 and 9 are still in one pack, so this will be also very interesting, because there it is for the pole position of the second heat.
Yes, indeed, it's a reverse. Top 8 or top 10? What was it?
Top 8.
Top 8, yeah. So Donovan Royoa should start on first row if he finishes like this, which is still impressive after starting in P20. Julien Van Leeuw also making up 16 positions since the start. Of course, there's always some incidents, some spins to make up some places, but you'll have to win some on the track as well.
Yeah, that's true, but it's not. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. The gaps are quite. They're starting to grow as well. So, and it's been very clean racing. So there hasn't been many positions to make up, just from the chaos. So that also it was almost everything was just racecraft.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a quite important skill to have when you want to go sim racing. Let's have a look at the back in P18. Julien Bolden already after starting in, was it 31st, I think? That's a good impression. Lots of Auriga cars here. His teammates Bastien Van Rijkegem and Johan de Gent. Van Rijkegem dropped back quite a bit. He was, I think he made a mistake.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Ah, he entered pit lane. He must have had a penalty or something. He was 26 seconds in the pit lane. That's why he lost so many positions, because he was... I think he was in the top 10. Yeah, I think it was P8 or P9.
I do not recall, sadly.
Yes, and the battle continues between Van der Smissen and Masson. Currently Van der Smissen in first, but Masson was really close to him in the braking zone of the bus stop. So Van der Smissen back in P1, Masson in P2. The gap, they had to battle just a little bit because gap is decreasing to 5.3 seconds now. It was growing, then it decreased just a little bit, I think. So
yeah, they have to. They can't fight too much, otherwise the group behind will catch up. And I don't think you want to have a battle with the first 6 drivers all on your tail. But yeah, you obviously also want to drive in first position because that gives you the most guarantee to win at the end of the race.
And there they go again, side by side on the Camel Straight. Van der Smissen on the inside of Lecombe, Masson on the outside. If he can outbrake Van der Smissen, then he has a position, and it seems that he can. Absolutely, takes a position back, and it's going to be this for quite some time until the end of the race, I suspect. as long as nothing happens. Let's have a look at the battle for P3. Christophe de Leek still in third now. Oliva in fourth and Giat Niga in fifth. Niga, I meant Naga. The new names in the beginning is always so difficult.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Everyone is new for me, so I still have to learn who is who and how to pronounce correctly. And I'm already not the greatest with names.
Let's have a look. There was Dante Oliva on the inside, the Lake on the outside. Did he have a slowdown maybe because he lost 2 positions? And he's going to the outside again. Almost lost it, and then that's a position gained for Rune Bobars. He must have had maybe an off track with a slowdown. I think there was a crash of David Lozzi. Let's have a look at that. Oh, 2 Auriga cars, 3 cars involved. That's unfortunate to see. And again, there they go, side by side, Van der Smissen and Masson. This time it's Masson on the inside, but he has to give in a bit earlier. Oof, a bit of oversteer from Van der Smissen. And that's 3 minutes to go, so I suspect that this is the penultimate lap. 2 more laps to go.
Okay. They are really going for it. Because yeah, now you have to make it count, and I think they will have an eye on that gap behind as well, and they see 6 seconds. I think, yeah, that's big enough to just fight it out on track here. Go for moves you maybe wouldn't be usually with the cars behind, but yeah, now it doesn't really matter anymore for those 2.
And again, side by side. On the Camel Straight, as I said, the saga continues. Masson on the outside still, just like last lap, but this time Van der Smissen is on the inside, has to go to the outside again, but he puts the pressure on right at the end of Les Combes still, on the way to Brussels.
We are getting a real treat here from these 2 drivers.
Absolutely.
They're not giving us much of a break to talk through.
Absolutely, that's how I like the broadcasting. Lots of things to see. That's why it's a good thing that there's so many drivers signing up for the league, for the championship. That also gives the opportunity to split the pros and the amps, which is often easier for the drivers as well, because you don't have to take account of so many things, especially back markers or faster cars. Masson still then in or back in P1. In the middle of the penultimate lap. It's now Naga in third in front of Bobars and Loire and Oliva. So Oliva must have made a mistake as well.
Yeah, and there's suddenly also a very big gap indeed between Bobarts and Loire, 5 seconds, and between Naga and Robarts as well.
And in
7/10.
And the Lake had a drive-through penalty, I think. Lots of people taking some off tracks probably, because he dropped back to P10 right where he started. Oh, side by side here, Loire and Oliva. Oliva on the outside now, trying to make it past Loire again. Loire on the inside of Blanchimont. That's a tricky corner to do side by side, because now there's Donovan Hoya joining the battle as well, trying to take advantage of any mistakes. And there is a small mistake from Auriga, from Eric Loire. And that costs him the position to Oliva.
As I think this is also the final lap of the race. So if Massa wants to still get this win, he has to do it in this lap.
Absolutely, but still, now we go back to the front. Stefan Van der Smissen and Julien Masson side by side on the Camel Straight for the final time in the first heat. This time it's Van der Smissen coming back to P1, and that's good for him, but he'll have to take care not to lose position right before the bus stop chicane at the end of the lap. Masson moving to the inside right before Brussels, but doesn't make a move. He goes back onto the racing line. Let's see if Van der Smissen... Oof, some oversteer. Let's see if Van der Smissen can take the first win of the championship. Giat Naga
Well,
as well on the podium still, but Bobars is really close.
yeah, it's both positions are still not secured. I think Massa will not let this one go easily, as you see him almost all over the gearbox and of Van der Smissen. Same with Bobars.
Yes, indeed. Bobars also staying really close to that podium spot. He might be trying a move into the bus up as well.
Yeah, I think indeed we might even see some action into Blanchimont already if they stays this close.
Currently it's Christian Collin in P8, which means he will start on pole position in the next round if he keeps it that way, because Sébastien Veltes is really close, less than half a second away. Now on to approaching the best of chicane. Van der Smissen on the inside. Masson moves to the outside. Let's see if Van der Smissen makes a mistake or Masson has a really good racing line. Oh, and it's going to be a photo finish. I think this is going to be almost side by side, but it is Stefan Van der Smissen taking the win, followed closely by Masson, and then it's Giat Naga taking the third podium spot of the first race of the championship, followed by Bobard. Then it's Gabriels in P5 coming in right ahead of Donovan Goya. Then Christophe Deleke in P7, and let's have a look at P8 as it's Christian Collin taking P8 and starting on the front row next to Christophe Deleke in the next heat. Laurent Tricot, Stingelhammer, then Veltes. Ooh, Agnes is just missing out on that 13th spot right behind Van Rijkegem. There is Anthony François right ahead of Christophe Stallaert. And then we are waiting for Serge Dendas, who had I think he had an issue with an off-track earlier in the race that dropped him back on the standings. Mathieu Hustin coming in P21. And there is Serge Dendas, P22. Still some drivers that we need to wait for. For example, Nicolas Cordisco, who had an incident as well.
Yeah, we saw him dropping back during the race, teleporting back to the pit lane. But he didn't give up. He goes for the extra points because finishing is much more important than yeah, crashing out and then you just get 0 points.
Yes, indeed, that's how racing works, unfortunately. And that's it for the first heat of tonight. Will there be a small break between the sessions, Simon? Simon has left us for a short instance, so we'll have to figure it out ourselves. Let's see, this means I can bring up the results. And there it is. Van der Smissen in first, in front of Masson. So from pole position to first. But the gap was less than 1/100th of a second between the two of them. Giat Naga in third on the podium. Then followed by Bobars, Gabriels, Hoyoa, Deleke and Collin, who will start on the front row. Laurent Tricot and Nathaniel Stingelhammer on P10. Then it's Veltes, Dutrieux, Van Rijkegem, is it? Agnesis, and then De Gent in P15, followed by Louis Libert, Simon Bodden in 18. And then let's drop down a little bit. François, 19, and then Stallaert in P20. So there is a small warm-up session in between the two sessions. So we will just leave you very shortly, and then we'll get right back to you in just 3 or 4 minutes max for the second heat of tonight. See you in just a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, people, welcome again. We're going to move on to Heat 2 of tonight's race. Let me see if I can show you the grid. Yes, there it is. Christian Collin, who will start from pole position, just besides Christophe Delic. Then it's Roya and Gabriels, and then so on and so on. Gied Naga, who was in third, starts in sixth. Masson, who was in second, will start in seventh. And then the winner of the first heat, Stefan van der Smisse, taking home at least 50 points for the win. He'll start in 8th position and will drive as soon as he can to the front of the grid. We are only missing one driver on the grid now, and then it's time to race.
as Simon has left us again.
Yes, no worries. The lights are going on now, so that means we will start the 20-minute heat. Right now, that's green, green, green. Good start from the leader, Christian Collin, who is right ahead with a small gap to Christophe Delec. Oh, sorry, I forgot to stop something. Yes, this should resolve it in just a second. Christian Collin still in first, ahead of the lake. Then Bobars making up 2 positions already, side by side with Nicolas Gabriels. And now Nicolas Gabriels side by side with Hoyoa and Masson as well. Masson, Van der Smith to the inside. That's a car on the grass. There's a car going straight. And that's Nicola Stingelhamber who will drop back just a bit. I'm very sorry, but there seems to be something with my connection. We'll try to resolve that for next time. It should be okay now. Oh, 3 wide into Brussels. That's what we want to see tonight. Incredible. Christophe.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's Oliva. That's Oliva crashing. Oliva crashing. I think it's no name corner. So that's not a good thing for his race. He had such a strong first race. Now it's all thrown away. Christian Collin now in second. Christophe Delec in first, and Bobars in third. Now Van der Smith already in fourth. But Masson. He is really close in fifth.
Yeah, I think we will see again a battle between those 2 drivers. They are coming very closer and closer to the front 3 as well. So yeah, only they are hovering around a second, but I think they will be able to close the gap once they have a little bit of draft from the cars in front. But so far the front 3 doesn't. Seems to be holding on quite well. And there will be battles coming into the custom chicane as well.
Absolutely. And oh, there's an incident at the back. Some small issue with my screen still, but there was a car turning around, and I think that was it Mathieu? No, it was Van Tassen and Tim Simon maybe. And there's another crash. I think it's 2 cars that were locked into each other. That's Eagle Speed Academy and Digitrax. It was Laurens de Vlier, probably. Yes, it was. Bobars in second now. Masson trying to get past Collin. Van der Smith dropped back to fifth.
Passed by Masson. But those 2 have are back at the front as well. Julien Masson 2/10 from Collin. So it will indeed be a battle for the top 5 again.
Yes, absolutely. But I think we'll see some shifting in the top 10 still. Naga dropped back to 11, but I think he will come back during the race.
Yeah, it's quite easy. This circuit has proved to be quite easy to pass. These cars as well. Very close racing, and the slipstream is very big, very little dirty air it seems. And almost every corner you can try to put it down the inside.
Yes, Masson made the pass on Christian Collin on the outside of Pif Paf for the S's. And is moving in third. Van der Smith is still too far away. He'll get closer and closer to Christian Collin, but Masson is really fast and driving right up until Christophe Delec. Spoiler. see Masson. Is he going to make a move? No, he faked a move on the inside. De Leek did not budge at all. He will try to focus on Bobars, but that's not easy if Masson is moving all the way over your rear view mirror.
Yeah, you have to have eyes in the front and in the back with drivers with cars this close. You want to focus on the first place, but you can always not.
Here we see it on board. I think it's almost. I think it's 3 wide now. Is it? Yes, it's 3 wide. De Leek on the inside, then Masson and Bobars. Oh, Masson making a double pass, moving into first position on the straight, right into the braking zone, making the pass on De Leek and Bobars. That was an incredible racing maneuver. Great to see this. Van der Smissen getting past Colin as well.
This could already be the move of the season.
Indeed, but
this one.
Maybe not the season, but it's definitely a contender for the move of the night. Absolutely. Ooh, Van der Smissen going a little bit off the track, but it's just one wheel. That's no issue. He's now 7 tenths away from Bobars.
Yeah, and he will try to close the gap, but I think it is coming down a little bit, and the race is obviously not over yet. It's still a very long way to go, so plenty of time to make that pass. And I think he will be confident enough to if you win the first race, you should be confident enough to know that you are faster than the guys in front.
Yes. Looking at Loire and François right now, the two teammates from Auriga Racing, trying to chase their other teammate Giet Naga, who is in P10. Side by side now, I think it's Loire on the inside of Blanchimont. Yes, it is. All the way to the bus stop chicane. Let's have a look, because there's a battle happening here as well. That's Bastien van Rijkegem ahead of Sébastien Veltz and Nicolas Gabriels. Oof, Laurent Tricot also very close. That's going to be more side-by-side battles. Another 3 right into La Source. It's Gabriels on the inside, Tricot in the middle, and Naga on the outside. So Naga still in P10 after starting in 6th. But he's proven to be fast, so he'll drop back down the grid. Ooh, here's a battle. Gabriels on the outside now. Just a little bit of glitch happening. Gabriel losing the position to Laurent Tricot, but still manages to stay ahead of Naga. But we'll see about that in the braking zone. He's moving defensively to the middle, but Naga is going right the outside and then to the inside. Laurent Gabriels staying ahead. Masson then still in P1. Yes, Niels, go ahead.
Oh, again P1, because on the
no,
my screen
still.
he dropped
Masson?
back into thirds. Yeah, I just saw him drop back to third, so I don't know if he made some moves or if he didn't really lose the position. But he's back in front.
Yes, he is. We must have missed something. We cannot see
yeah,
everything.
I saw No, and it was a good commentating, so didn't want to interrupt you. No, Massa, yeah, he isn't. He's putting the foot down, 4 tenths away. I think he's trying to break the slipstream, and he is seeming. He seems to be doing that for the moment. Yeah, P2, the first race. Now, if he would get a win, it would be an amazing start to his season. Van der Smissen is indeed coming back again as well, 2 tenths away from Bobard, so he will probably be making some moves into Blanchimont.
Yes, absolutely. De Leek is now moving to the outside in the bus stop, which becomes the inside then, but Julien Masson is too strong on the brakes and takes the lead even before the corner begins. Let's see, Van der Smissen, oh, he's still behind Bobars. There is some switching happening there. We have Laurent Tricot still ahead of Gabriels, but now we have Bastien van Rijkegem side by side with Is it Sebastian Veltz? Yes, he's making the pass on Sebastian Veltz.
Top 5 still not giving each other a check back behind for a 5th place, and then yeah, 7th, 8th, they're all on tissue, we would say in Dutch.
There they go, side by side. The lake now on the... No, I am sorry, I was watching the other guys who are also going side by side, but it's the lakes back in front now in P1. Taking the lead into Les Combes. Masson trying to move on the inside in l'impression, and yes, I think he's going to do it. The lake was going a bit too much on the outside, but no, he's still ahead and on the inside, so he manages to keep the position for now, because it's not going to be long, I think. Now it's into double gauche, Masson on the inside, taking the position back once again.
Yeah, as we are over halfway as well, so we can see how much you can be behind and still close back up. As Van der Smissen again in 7/10, he doesn't seem to have the confidence this race to really go for moves as Masson went for the first position again. He's not waiting around. He's not watching the cat out of the tree. He means business.
Yeah, he isn't indeed. The lake now on the outside, virtually ahead. But Masson is going to take the inside of the bus stop chicane. Let's see what they do. Bobar's defending the position on Van der Smissen, and he does it well. What's going on the inside to be defensive, and it was necessary because Van der Smissen was going to break really late, and all thanks to that he kept the position. Christian Collin is definitely not finished. He's also showing himself on the inside and the outside, making it known to Van der Smissen that he is not slow whatsoever, and he will do anything to finish on the podium tonight.
Yeah, he's giving Van der Smissen a real run for his money. I think he may be a bit getting frustrated to not be able to get into that podium position. He has tried to make some moves, but Collin has made moves on him as well. Maybe messing with his plans.
And there they go, the lake. Now on the outside, no, he's not going to take it back, so it's Masson still after Les Combes in P1, and the battle continues and so on. Oh, Van der Smissen diving to the inside on the late notice, but Bobars was still ahead and on the racing line. Now Naga dropped back to 14th. I'm not sure what's happening with him this race. He was driving so good in the first race. He might have run into some issues, just like we do with the stream once in a while.
True, maybe some damage from an earlier collision.
Yeah, we did see some incidents, so there's always the possibility of a car being slow. Oh, that's oversteer from Serge Dundas. Coming out of Les Combes, just had a wheel on the curb, and that was too much. Losing control, ending up in the grass, not in a wall, luckily.
Yeah, avoiding damage is always very important in these races, as you might see with Naga.
Let's have a look as they go through Blanchimont on board with Stefan Van der Smissen side by side with Rune Bobars. Let's see which side is he going to pick, inside or outside. I think he's going to the outside. Late on the brakes, later than Bobars it seems. Does gain some time, but couldn't make any position up. But it's such a nice view to look at the battles.
Yeah, it really lets you see what the drivers are seeing. Maybe they have different monitor types, we don't know, but gives a good indicator of what they're doing behind the wheel as well.
Absolutely.
it's still not over. Every one of the first 5 drivers can still win this race. Very much. Colin's, if he makes some moves, could be in fourth place after 1 lap. You've seen positions shuffle a lot, so
Yeah. Oh, is this a 4 wide? This is a 4 wide. That's crazy for a first round of the championship. Van der Smith going from P4 to P1, but doesn't really make the braking zone and will lose the position once again, and probably drops back to P. Yeah, he drops back to P5. That could have been an even better move maybe than Julien Massen's, gaining 3 positions in just one straight. That's crazy work. Yeah, that's back to Masson, De Ligt, Bobas, and then it's Colin back ahead of Van der Smith. 4 minutes to go.
and incredibly clean racing as well. No incidents between the top 5. Well, Van der Smith went off track, but no incidents between the cars. It's, yeah, a really high standard of racing.
Absolutely. And this is, don't forget that this is the AM Championship, so the Pro Championship looks to be promising.
If they can keep it as clean as this, we are in for a treat as well. As Jean Masson still leading the race, defending like a lion with everything he has inside of him.
Yes, Christophe De Ligt, he was also participating in the Clio Cup, and he was on the podium quite often as well, and by that I mean almost every race in the AM Championship. So yeah, I'm expecting that he's not going to make it easy for Masson. There is still 2 laps to go when they cross the finish line, so they are now going to start a penultimate lap, and that's not going to be easy for Masson. Christophe De Ligt has definitely proven that in the past. A crash, Sébastien Veltes in the bus stop, I think. I'm not sure if it was a crash or just a spin. Let's have a quick look. Sébastien Veltes here with the purple tires. Car on the inside, outbrakes himself, locks the brakes, and then knocks him away. I think that was, what is it, Laurent Tricot? I think it was.
Yeah.
Nicolas Gravios now has a good run on Laurent Tricot as well.
As the first cars are also coming up to the end of the Camel Straight now, I think.
Yeah, just past Les Combes. Masson back in, no, still in P1. Christophe De Ligt did come close, but not close enough. Bobars also defending his 3rd position strongly against Van der Smith, who got back in front of Colin.
Yeah, and now it's only for the drivers, only one straight to go. As Van der Smith went past Colin as well. So you might see some moves into Blanchimont as well. Maybe the lake goes for a late dive. We never know. I hope it's gonna stay clean. I hope I didn't just curse the drivers.
now it's on you. It's not on me anymore. Okay.
I will take the blame.
That's fine.
If something happens.
The gap between Bobars and De Ligt is not big at all right now. It's less than 2 tenths, so this might get exciting as well. Let's see who else is fighting in the top 10. I think Laurent Tricot is quite close to Gabriels, but not close enough to make a move just yet. Oh, Christophe De Ligt moving to the inside, side by side with Masson now. Looks to be ahead just a little bit. Yes, strong on the brakes. And gains a position. Oh, contact between Masson and Bobars. That's not good to start the final lap with. The white flag is being waved by the marshal. So De Ligt, Masson, Bobars, Van der Smith going for a move on the inside of Bobars. Maybe. Let's see what he does. I think he can make it happen right now. If he has a good run down the start-finish straight for the GP. Endurance, I mean.
Yeah, for the GT cars. Yeah,
No
final
moves.
lap.
Yeah, final lap. No moves into Eau Rouge, but the lake. Masson, is he dropping back? No, not sure. Yeah, I think Masson is dropping back.
Yeah, a little bit. And
Just a little bit. Maybe some good slipstream nights. Bobars in P1. Bobars in P1 on the last lap after driving P3 for almost the whole race. He is now past Lecombe and in first position, followed by Deleke, Masson, and Van der Smith, and also Collin. Let's not forget Christian. Bobars in 1. Let's see if he can make it happen to have a lunge in the last lap and take the win.
it's not over yet. He has to defend with everything he's got if he wants that first place. Christophe Deleke and Julien Masson are following so close behind. They will do everything for every position. I see them also running side by side almost.
Yeah, Masson and Deleke now side by side. Deleke on the inside into Pif Paf, defending the position to Masson. And Van der Smissen is so close right now to Masson, so he's going to try and attack Masson. So it's quite possible that one of these drivers makes a mistake into the final bus stop because they have to look literally everywhere.
Exactly. Cars behind, side to the sides, behind
Yes,
you.
indeed. Approaching Blanchimont now for the last time. Masson still in second, but Deleke is on the inside, and Van der Smith is going to try to join Deleke now, maybe try and join his racing line. Deleke in second, Masson in third. Masson will have the inside in the braking zone. Oh, Van der Smith jumping more to the inside, but doesn't make a move. It was kind of a fake. Now let's see, Deleke still in front of Masson, and I think it's going to be like this. It's Bobars taking the win, then it's Deleke and Masson with such a close battle. Then it is Van der Smisse and Collin. There is Verrijkegem, Gabriels also in 7th, Tricot in 8th, Liber in Stingelhamber in 10. There is François and Naga, followed by Julien van Leeuwen, Simon Oyoa. Let's see if we can find another battle on track. Maybe here. No, this is definitely not it. This is Fabrice Dutrieux coming in P18. Oh, seemed like he was out of gasoline for just a bit. Jan Thijssen, P19, and then Julien Bodden will come in P20. Derdendas P21. De Gent, Stallard, and then Cordisco. And that's it for the first 2 heats of tonight. We will, after we show the results, we will have a quick break because I need to change servers to the pro game, to the pro race, and then we will see you back. Just waiting on a couple more drivers to join us in the pit lane. Still trying to finish the race. Cordisco and also David Lozzi. Incredible, Bobars taking the win after being patient for a whole race. He had a good start, he had a very strong pace, so consistent, and then just at the last second, in the last lap, he takes the win. That's amazing. Always love to watch those things.
Yeah, indeed. Sometimes only one move is enough. We had seen Massa making 10 to 15 moves this whole race, leading until for a long time as well, and then one lap, one camel straight. Bobars making a brilliant move, very good move to go P1, and then
let's see if I can show the results of the feature race just for you guys. Bobars, Deleke, Masson, that's the podium of race 2. Ahead of Van der Smith, Collin, and Van Rijkegem. Then it's Gabriels, Tricot, Liber, and Stingelhamber. That's the top 10. François, Naga, Julien Van Leeuwen. Team Simon, Hoiwa, Hendricks, Loire, Dutrieux, Thijssen, and then Julien Bonnen in P20. And then a couple more drivers, such as Dundas, De Gent, Stallard, Cordisco, and Lodzi in P25, followed by the Vlieger, Justin, Feltes, Sergeev, and Julien Agneses in P30. And then it's Oliva, Schommers, and Ponchelet. A couple drivers not finishing the race, unfortunately, due to some incidents, but hey, that's racing.
Yeah, that happens. What actually is the difference between the Pro class and the AM class?
It's based on I rating, if I am not mistaken.
So I rating means you can get into the Pro class.
It's a rating you get for finishing high. So the higher your rating, the more you finish in a good spot, but also the more difficult the field is which you race against.
Yeah, with a regular elo system of iRacing.
Indeed.
And what would happen, because it has grown quite a lot, like every day 10 new people joining the Discord as well. What would happen if there isn't enough place for all the drivers? Do we have to get a third?
No, the subscriptions were limited, so people had to be fast. But I think maybe there's still a bit of places left in the Pro. I think there's 30 drivers. Here we have 35 or 36 maybe. But yeah, good points today for Bobaars and Van der Smisse taking home a win. I was having a look at the lap times as well. Fastest lap time was done by Julien Masson with a 2:23.9. So I'm curious to compare those times to the Pro times. But for now, we will take a little break on the stream just so that I can switch the stream. So we'll be back in less than 10 minutes. All right, Niels, I'll see you back in a couple. Cheers, everyone.
Okay,
see you in a couple minutes.
ça va. Misschien mijn Engelse spreekwoord nog eens herhalen.
Welcome again for the third time tonight. It's we're going live with the Pro Championship right now. So we had the first 2 heats in the AM Championship, and now it's time for some more racing. This time it's the pros racing, so different drivers, but the same cars. I'm curious about the difference in speed and tactics because we saw some very strong racecraft in the first 2 rounds. Niels, what do you think? What's going to happen in this race?
Yeah, I believe these drivers will be even faster and possibly even closer. And I think it will be a very tactical race. We saw that in the AM class as well. Very tactical. The win almost getting stolen from 3rd position with 1 move. So you don't need much to win. And I think we'll see that as well in the pro.
Absolutely, I'm sure. Yeah, there's some known faces from previous leagues and from last year. So lots of strong contenders. Here we have Romano from RP Motorsport, and I think it's his teammate Mathieu Collin. Sorry, I think it's his teammate Kenny Hermans, of course, Kenny Hermans. Right behind him. I mean, they look like teammates because the cars are very similar. They are preparing for a fast lap. 7 minutes in qualifying remaining. So they should be good for another 2, maybe 3 attempts, but I think it's going to be 2 max.
Yeah, because there also is not no drop off. That's if you pause the line, you can do another lap. It just on the 20-minute mark, the session is over.
Yes, let's have a look at Kenny Hermans now crossing the finish line, trying to go for a fast lap. Not the first time Kenny Hermans goes for a fast lap because he's been driving quite a lot of championships of BSRF. Also, we've also seen him in virtual Belcar before. And some people may know him as well from the GT4 Europe Championship, where he did take home some trophies. So expecting a lot from him. Currently in 11th, but I think this event will probably be a bit faster. Currently fastest time is 2 minutes 22 seconds, 0.1 done by Aaron Ferrazzano.
Yeah, again, indeed, the grid is very close. The top 10, top 11 is only separated by only a second. So there will be spectacle in the race as well.
Absolutely. Curious about the lap times in the race, but I don't think that will matter much in Heat 2 because it's going to be just like this weather. It's going to be cloudy in Heat 1, but in Heat 2 there is rain expected, scattered showers even. So I'm curious how the drivers will be handling that. Kenny Hermans on fast lap right now, trying to reel in his teammate. Was it Romano? I think it was Lucas Romano.
Maybe trying to get a bit of that slipstream as well.
Yeah, indeed.
On the straights, we saw that in the race as well. How powerful that can be, and it can be a difference between. Yeah. Wow. They can change a couple of places.
Absolutely. Now Kenny Hermans full well in the slipstream of Lucas Romano. Lucas Romano giving him a very good tow. He did have a little bit of oversteer earlier, so he might not be doing the fastest time, but Kenny Hermans might be doing that. Let's see if he is going to make it past his teammates. Is he going to let him go? Yes, Romano lets him go. And that's Hermans through the bus stop chicane. Let's have a look at the time. Did it 2 minutes 23 last time. Now he does a 2 minutes 22.6, so half a second faster than last time. That's good for moving up 2 positions. So he might have one last attempt, but I don't think that will be possible. Just maybe if he's fast enough, but I don't think it's possible.
Yeah,
It's
much Mathieu Collin also moving up to 5th position. He jumped Hermans with that lap. So yeah, good attempt from him. We are still following him in his out lap. But it seemed to be on another fast lap, maybe trying to do 2 fast laps.
Yeah,
maybe
possibly.
he thinks I'm in the rhythm to tire him good.
This
Why
is Vince Peters, last year's winner, and he went to Italy to represent Belgium in the motorsport games. And he did quite well as well. Exciting to see that he's back for some more racing. Maybe he is going to represent us again. Who knows? But it might be some other people. Lots of good contenders that are present in the first race tonight.
Yeah, true, and racecraft will again be essential in this race as well.
Absolutely. Maxime Robroek, also a well-known face in the BSRF leagues, also in the Digitrax leagues, etc. Whenever he gets the chance, he's present to defend his honor. Bosgia, he's taking pole position, just 500ths of a second quicker than Ferrazzano. 2 minutes left.
Should be enough for only 1 lap to go, so the people.
Yeah, people that are driving right
still-
now, they will finish their lap, but no one can start a new lap because it's a hard stop at 20 minutes.
Yeah, so Sorvilo will have one extra chance for pole position. Peters as well, and Van Tielen will also be going for that, or maybe someone else we might not know if they're on a very quick lap to get a surprise pole position.
Fastest lap time in the AMs was 2 minutes 22.8. Now we are already doing a 2 minutes 22 flat, so the pros do appear to be quicker, which is no real surprise, but it's still impressive that they found 8 tenths more on the track.
But a 22.8 would put you 11th or 12th on the grid, so that's also very, very impressive.
Absolutely.
From the drivers.
Absolutely, indeed. It's Maxime Robroek just doing a 2 minutes 22.8, and that's good for P11, just like you said. Herman still in the top 10. Romano, side by side with Vince Peters. They've fought some battles before.
I don't think he will be able to finish this lap, I think, with 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but they are using their time completely just to get all warmed up.
I think Sorvilo will be the next one to cross the line, and maybe the last one to cross the line as well.
Yes, 10 seconds remaining.
I have to see what his lap time is.
It's going to be close to the line.
He is faster.
Just...
than his
I
fastest
think it
lap.
was just too late. I think it was just too
Oh.
late. It was 1 second too late over the line. That's, yeah, iRacing can be harsh.
Yeah,
These
disappointing
are
for him
the
because
results.
I think he was on a faster lap.
I think we
Yeah.
can move on to the grid. That's going to be easier. Niels, talk us through.
So David Bogda with a very good qualifying is on pole position, and alongside him is Ferrazzano. On the second row of the grid we have Sorvio and Vince Peters. Then Van Tielen and Mathieu Collin. On the fourth row on the grid, Fagnan Poli and Tijvers, Romano and Hermans round off the top 10. Then it's Robroek, Noël, Jan Mulders.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. there-
Jan Timesh.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm following on the second screen. Don't worry. Nicolas Pigneur. Luca Kloos is in 16th position. Then Jeremy van Grisven. Brahim Mamu sorry. Abrams in 19th, Marceau in 20th place, Balthazar, then Molle, Donkerwolke, Antoine Duval is in 24th, and I think that's the end of the grid.
Indeed, it is. Just waiting for Vince Peters and Noel and Pigneur to join us on the grid. And then it's time for race 1 of the
Yes,
Pro
and I'll let you
Championship
do-
tonight.
I'll let you do the first lap.
Yes. Just a couple more seconds and then it's green, green, green for the first time for the pros tonight. I hope the AMs are watching. Maybe they can learn something. Maybe they can. Maybe they don't. Let's see. David Bosgia starting from pole position next to Ferrazzano, and the lights are going on now. And it's green, green, green. Good start from Bosga, I think. Not the best start from Ferrazzano. He's going to have to defend to Servillo, who is in on the inside. Good start from Bosga. Ferrazzano to the outside. Ventile as well. With Vince Peters side by side. Vince Peters now on the inside. No, he's going to move back. Bosga through Rouge. In first, Ferrazzano got back the position from Servillo. Peters and Thiele. Then it's Collin. Not Christian Collin, it's his son Mathieu. Bosga on the outside. Ferrazzano trying to go for the inside, and it's a 3 wide. Van Thiele on the inside as well. No move has been done, but Servillo is taking the position away from Van Thiele. Yes, good driving so far. I haven't seen any incidents happen so far. Van Thiele back in third, side by side with Servillo, so the battle is definitely not over yet. Peters in fifth, and then it is still Mathieu Collin. Hermans already in 7th position, gaining 3 positions from the starts. Fagnan-Polis on the outside of Romano in double gauche. I think he can do it. It's a fast corner, so he might be able to do it into Pif Paf. Romano on the outside, and that means that Sabres saw an opportunity to join Fagnan-Polis. It's still a dry rain. This might change in the next one. Dry race. This might change in the next one. So it's going to be exciting. That's a promise. Romano in 9th. Let's go have a look at the front. It's still Bosga, then Ferrazzano and Van Thiele. Van Thiele trying to go for a move, I think, into bus stop. Let's see if he goes to the inside or outside. He goes to the outside of Ferrazzano. Late on the brakes. Now he has the inside of the corner. Can he make it past Ferrazzano? No, he's still side by side. Servillo watching it all happen, trying to be patient, and he might be able to go for it quite soon if these guys keep battling like this. There has been a crash. Balthazar and Hamou had a crash, is what I saw on the screen. We'll have to take a look at it later. First, still Ferrazzano and Van Thiele. Ferrazzano ahead.
Yeah, amazing close racing again. The purple class is on the AM class.
Right on each other's tail. Ferrazzano and Van Thiele. Now Servillo trying to take as much slipstream as he can. Vince Peters is staying on the outside. He's going to play the long game. And then Mathieu Collin watching it all happen as well. I've just been appointed that it's not Christian's son but his nephew. So that doesn't change much for us. Then the top 6 has pulled away. Now it's Fagnan-Polis, Hermans, Romano and Stabers fighting for P7.
They need to have quite a big gap, Fagnan-Polis, so he will try to defend everything. And again we see kind of a split up between the top 10 and the top 6, separating itself from 7 and below, what we also saw in the AM class. And Bogda trying to run away, let the guys fight behind. I will I will see you later. With 8 tenths away already, so he has to get the space. As he keeps on the space for the rest of the race, yeah, we might see him as a winner. As he also currently the one with the fastest lap, yeah, it's lap 2, so it's not super surprising.
Absolutely not. Stabs in P10, still fighting with for P9 with Lucas Romano. While this all happens, Ferrazzano and Vantile still so incredibly close to each other. Ferrazzano now on the inside to the best of chicane. Let's see, yeah, he stays ahead. Vantile side by side with Sorvio now. Sorvio going a little bit off track there. And Vince Peters and Colin, they just keep doing what they do, follow along and try to make something happen whenever someone makes a mistake. Jeremy Van Grinsen making the pass on Jan Mulders.
Oh, again, 2 times too wide into Lassours, and Van Grinsen takes a position. As we see some drivers going side by side into Eau Rouge. As you cut back to the front, just cut back to.
Yep, sorry.
Hermans.
I saw some things happen, so. Oh, that's contact!
Oh,
That's,
3 wide!
Yeah, that
Almost
was-
contact!
Yeah, it was a little bit of a touch, just a little bit. 3 wide, almost 4 wide it seems.
I already saw a crash happening there as they go 3 wide into Lecom. This can't end well, surely.
Yeah, these cars
It
don't
does.
turn that well, so they have to watch out.
Clean racing again, giving each other space. Amazing, but that's. I thought there would be there was contact, and I already saw a crash happening, but they kept it out of it under control
Yes,
very
indeed.
well. Otherwise, yeah, there would be corners behind.
Yeah, that could have ended badly, but I'm very, very glad it didn't. Looking at Maxime Robert now, chasing Luca Close again, and being chased by Arnaud Noël. Devers
Yeah.
following Timesh, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. They'll have to tell me after the race.
Yeah, as we see Jettel van Tielen again on the gearbox of Ferrazzano. Will be making a move into the bus of chicane, still very, very close. As you can also see how strong the draft is for the Ferrazzano. I think he won 3 tenths on Bogda, only 1 straight. And Van Tielen patiently waiting to make the move, waiting for Ferrazzano to make a mistake. With the others very close behind. Bogda still leads the race, 4 laps in. Almost coming up to the halfway point. But as we know from the past, anything can happen. You come back up to Eau Rouge, Daniel, and on the Camel Straight, and let all hell break loose. What slips Van Tielen again. Ferrazzano defends the inside line. Van Tielen goes around the outside. Peters as well on the outside. Will he make the move stick? He does around the outside. Fantastic. Very clean.
Great move
He knew when
indeed.
to make the move, and perfectly executed.
Absolutely. Maxime Roburg having a good run, making it past Yannick Timesh and Luca Klose, moving up to P11, his starting position. Let's see if he can keep it that way during the race. He has a gap of 7 tenths to Maxime Stevers.
As we see them going side by side into Jacques' corner or Speaker's corner or no name corner. Lots of corners having double names in Spa-Francorchamps.
Jan Mulders in P17, really getting close to Marceau Guigny, his teammate, by the look of the car. He dropped back also just a little bit, but he will do just fine. There's still 11 minutes to go in this race. anything is possible.
Yeah, indeed. Still very. Oh, as we see someone going out off control. Hamu going into the gravel, keeping the car pointing straight. Very important. Didn't lose any positions. Just a bit
It
of
was,
time to the
I think that
cars
was Kevin
and-
Baltazar losing the position to
Ah,
to
okay.
Hamu. Yes, indeed.
I
Yeah, it's not
I didn't
always
see who
easy
it
to
was.
see quickly.
No,
Kenny
it's,
Hermans. Kenny Hermans currently in P8. That means he can start from pole position if he keeps it this way. We're halfway in the race right now. His teammate is behind him. He's going to make a pass right now on Gauthier Fagnapolis on the outside of La Source. If he can do so, that puts him up in P7. But it's not a done deal just yet.
No, that 8th position is a very important place because you can start on the front row, and as we see, yeah, now Caramans and Fagnan going side by side into Radio Rouge, side by side on the Camel Straight again.
Watch
You
Lucas
see it.
Romano. Lucas Romano has a very good run right now. He has a lot of slipstream all through the Eau Rouge Radion and then the first part of the Camel Straight, and I think he can make a double pass if he stays on the line. No, Police can stay ahead of Romano.
Yeah, late braking by Police around the outside, but he still has to defend into Bruxelles. But that should be an easy defendable position for now. Yeah, good move. Caramans going on the outside, going a little bit off track. But it's a very important position because you see Police has 7 seconds to the car in front, and if you start a pole position, you already are with that back fighting for more points.
We saw the same with Christian Collin in Heat 2 in the AM race. He started on pole position and managed to stay in the top 5 during the whole race, so it's definitely something useful to keep in mind. Pigneur defending to Guigny, but Guigny makes it past quite smoothly into P5.
Yeah, good move, very good move. It was alongside and then.
Let's have a look at the front. Again, David Bosga still in P1, but Van Thiele is just 1/10 away. Ferrazzano and Peters as well. Sorvillo dropped back to 5th position.
Yeah, and Bogdan not really defending, going.
Peters on the inside of Ferrazzano, making the pass.
Yes, they're still, I think, side by side.
Kind of, yeah. But I think the
from
position.
Peters.
Yeah, okay. I thought Ferrazzano was
Some
going to
aggressive
cut back.
driving. It's some aggressive driving, but it's very cleanly done, so we love to see that. Yeah, as Bogda now will have to defend from Jan Thielen, has led the whole race. Has tried to drive away, but just couldn't cut off the slipstream. which is
Ferrazzano
very
and
powerful.
Sorvia side by side through Eau Rouge and Radion, still side by side onto the Camel Straight. They might get some side rough, but I think Mathieu Collin will see a good opportunity to make a double pass if he can do so. Does he have enough pace? He is past. Oh, Ferrazzano must have a slowdown. I think Ferrazzano got a slowdown because he was slowing down a lot, lost position to Collin and Sorvillo, and Collin moving up into P4.
Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate for Ferrazzano. Was driving a good race and now has to catch up again. But it will be difficult. Bosga still in first place. Jan Thielen very, very close behind. We're now looking at the front. That bright yellow livery followed by the blue livery of Jan Thielen. It's still 6.5 minutes to go. So it's still plenty of time to make moves into Blanchimont, into Les Combes, into almost every corner we've seen an overtake happen. As you see him taking a little bit of gravel as well.
Yeah, Vince Peters trying to explore a little bit more of the track.
They always tell you to use every inch, and they are very much doing that. As Collins almost runs into the back of Peters, side by side into Blanchimont. Peters gives him the room to do so. And now a braking move into the bus stop chicane alongside. Ooh. And Peters goes wide and loses the position. Colin goes wide. Excuse me. And might lose another position to Sorvio.
Yeah, he was battling with position for position with Savio, so if he went that far off track, he will definitely have to give it back. So, but no major damage done, no mechanical damage, no time damage either. It seems not much in any case, because he's still on the gearbox of Sorvio, and has a good run already side by side when crossing the pit exit of the endurance layout.
As they're still side by side, who will be the one who dares to break the latest, and it seems to be Mathieu Collin. Ferrazzano.
Ferrazzano is still in P6 after he dropped back. That's the blue car at the back of the screen.
Yes, sometimes difficult to see who is who on the liveries.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. It's just the first round. After that, you'll get used to it. Romano in P8, that means he will have a good starting position, but his teammate Kenny Hermans will just miss out of that top 8 reverse grid. If it keeps going like this, they should both make a pass on Fagnan-Polis, and then they are safe to go, and they could start from the front row. But Fagnan-Polis is not making it easy for them. He's 8 tenths away.
No, he has been defending really good. As we also see quite a big gap between the third Peters and the fourth Sorvio.
Yep.
So those 3 are loose. I think the podium is known, but I don't want to say that too loudly. As we are following Arnaud Noël around, he's trying to make a move on Stevers for 10th place, and he also has Robroek behind, so he has to keep eyes all around him. And will he be making a move into the bus stop? He's very close. The slipstream is strong. He's looking towards the outside. Who's gonna be the latest on the brakes? Who dares to make the move? Side by side. Ooh. And good defending from Stevers from the inside, as he now has to defend as well from Robroek. Will he make a move into La Source already, or will he wait to the Campbell Straight? Indeed, he will wait. You see some drivers into the pit lane, probably by penalties or mechanical difficulties.
Yeah, we've seen it in the AM Championship as well. Lots of people that had to take a drive-through penalty because there's I think it's a 15 incident point limit, or 10 incident points. And once you do that, you have to do drive-through, which is kind of shitty. Sorvio now followed by Ferrazzano. Ferrazzano made the pass on Collin, and he's now trying to chase Sorvio again to fight for 4th position. There is almost 2 minutes left on the clock, so this is the penultimate lap. 1 lap to go after this one.
Indeed. And for the first place as well, it's not over yet. Lots of battles still going on. I think Fagnan and Romano have their positions secured to start 1st and 2nd for the feature race. But behind it still lots of places to be gained, lots of points to be gained as well. As you see Sorvio trying to move on the outside of Fagnan.
That's
really work.
Ferrazzano, and Ferrazzano going on the outside. You'll get used to it, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm seeing the car, and I think the middle one is the one being followed, but it's
yeah,
like
the middle one in the screen, but you can see the liveries at the bottom as well.
Yeah,
Ferrazzano has the blue and black nose from simware.eu. Yep, this is going to be a good battle, but let's have a quick look at the front, because there is Van Thiele. Oh, he's going to make a move on the inside of the bus stop chicane. No, he moves. He brakes a lot earlier than Bosga. Peters, he's been playing the patient game all race long. He's just trying to have some fun and maybe do it on the last lap, and that should be now. So this is his final lap of opportunities to overtake. He's setting himself up to have a good slipstream on the straight and make the move on Van Thiele.
Indeed, and we said it before, and we've seen it in the last race, that one move can be enough to win the race from third position. It's absolutely possible. I've also seen that Bosga has been very, very confident on the brakes as well.
Ferrazano moving to the inside. Oh, that's a contact!
No!
Keep it out of the wall. That's kind of fine. He can still finish the race. He doesn't have a wing. I hope he knows that, but that's quite unfortunate. Van Thiele moving into first position in the meanwhile, getting past Bosja. So Peters couldn't make the pass. It's not easy when the driver in front also has a good slipstream. That's Van Thiele, Bosja, Peters, and Colin Ferrazano. Unfortunately, where is he? Servillo, he dropped back to P9. I hope he manages to bring the car back home, but without a wing, he will lose so much time, losing 3 positions at the end of Les Combes. That's such a shame.
Yeah, but it's important to just finish the race and to get those points as well. As Van Thielen is driving away a little bit from Peters, and as Peters also gets past Bosga from first to third in one lap, he will be fuming after this, but he will not give up, I think, as they come up to the final opportunity to make a move. Van Thielen goes in first towards Blanchimont, the double left, and then towards the bus stop, as you see him weaving on the straight, trying to break that slipstream because he knows how powerful that can be. Peters is coming closer. You can see the lap time counter, interval counter go down. Will he be making a move? Will he try to make a late dive? He is on the inside. Bosga very late braking. Is he side by side, sticking his nose in? As Van Thielen will win this race. Peters is second and Bosga in third position. Amazing race.
Ferrazano coming in fourth ahead of Colin, and then Hermans moving into 6th position. Not sure what happened in the last lap. Hermans ahead of Romano, Fagnan, Police, and then the next pack is Stuyvers, Robroek, and Noël. Jeremy van Griensven followed by Sorvillo. Very unfortunate to finish the race like that, losing 10 positions. Timesh, Gigny, Balthazar, and then it's the pink and blue Nicolas Pigneur crossing the finish line in P17. Luca Klose is driving through pit lane, I think, so he might have picked up a penalty in the final lap, and that means that he will drop down the grid very much.
Yeah.
Let's see, we are still waiting on Van Molle. I think that's the last one to cross the finish line. Mathieu Molle from Auriga Racing, title sponsor as well. So thanks a lot to Auriga for making it possible once again. And that's it for the first heat of the pro race. Let's have a quick look at the results. Van Thiele taking the first win in the Pro Championship. That's a very strong performance. Vince Peters as well, good points in P2, and then Bosja in P3 on the podium still. Ferrazano, he did lose some time. He should have ended up on the podium probably, but he had to drop back just a little bit and moved back up to P4 ahead of Colin, Hermans, Romano, and then finally Fagnan, Police. That's the top 8, so they will have a reverse grid. Then Maxime Stuyvers and Maxime Robroek to round off the top 10.
Indeed. We were in for a treat again.
Absolutely.
Race.
Don't forget, it's getting cloudier and cloudier. You can already see it on the stream probably. That means that we are expecting rain in the next race. So I'm curious about the tire choices. Until now, everyone was on the dry tire, but I think that might change. We'll find it out in just a couple minutes.
Indeed, indeed. Luckily, where I am, it's still quite sunny. No rain for me.
It's kind of cloudy where I am.
Yeah, it's uh, yeah, no cumulus wolkjes,
All right.
clouds.
So we have 3 more minutes left in the warm-up session. No one is currently on track, so we will be back in 2 minutes.
All right.
And we are back again. The warm-up is finishing right now, so that means that we can have a look at the starting grid in just a second. Just need to wait for the session to finish. And there it is. Fagnan-Polis finishing P8, starting on pole position next to Lucas Romano. Row 2, Hermans and Collin, followed by Ferrazzano and Bosja. Peters and Van Thiele, winner and silver medal in Heat 1, will start on row 4. Then it's Stuyvers and Robroek, followed by Noel and Van Griensven. Sorvillo, unfortunately, dropping back in the final lap, starting in P13, followed next to Timesh. Balthazar and Pigneur. Then it's Donkerwolke and Guigny. Molle and Abrams. And then Kloos and Mulders. And finally Hamu and Duval. 1 more minute to go. I think we are just waiting for one more driver on the grid, and then it's then we are ready to go. Lights are going on, engines are revving, and the green flag drops. Fagnopolis with a good start, very good start from, I think that's Bosga in yellow, already going into P3, but we'll have to attack on Romano. Colin in third now, moving up 1 position as well. Kenny Hermans not having the best of starts. Vantile already made it past Ferrazzano.
And Bosga as well in 4th position.
Yes, indeed. There they go. Vantile, Kermans and Peters in one line, enjoying the maximum amount of slipstream. Vantile moving to the middle. Hermans having a look into Les Combes. Vantile in P5, Hermans, and then Peters moving back into 7th position. I think there has been a crash. Yes, there's been a crash. Yes. Oh no, that's Jeremy Van Grinsven that's lost his wing. Not sure what happened. I think Romano had a crash as well. What did he do? I didn't see.
He is dropping down as well. 14th, 15th place. Maybe has some damage as well. As you see, move into Pool from Vince Peters on Kevin Hermans. Very good move. Alra is very, very close still. Going side by side into Fanje. But Peters defends that position. And he's up to 5th place. As you see, still shuffling down in the background.
We have Ferrazzano leading ahead of Robroek, yes. Noel, Sorvillo, and I think it's Pigneur. No, Pigneur is just a little bit back. Robroek trying to prepare for an attack into the bus stop chicane. He is really, really close. Is he going to make something happen before Blanchimont? I don't think so. But let's have a look. No, he is waiting, but the more he waits, the closer Noel and Sorvillo can come.
Yeah, Sorvillo, good first lap. Gaining 3 positions as well. As we see them still going side by side. Ferrazzano, I think I know the livery by now. Going side by side with Robroek. Making move into the first corner.
Late move on the inside of by Sorvillo. Gaining a position on Noel.
Yeah, very well seen.
Caught him off guard.
To go.
Bosga, he went into the pit lane. Maybe he had a false start. That's why he was up so many positions. I think he had a false start. He must have been, otherwise he wouldn't go through pit lane. That's quite frustrating. Yeah, he had such a good launch, but it was too good to be true, unfortunately.
As you see some lawn mowing from Noel, I think, or Ferrazzano.
Yep, both.
As I see them going side by side again. Very, very close racing. No contact for now. Almost contact, as we see the pink car going around the outside of Brussels, seeing the opportunity to make a move. Will it be possible? Yes, it does. Very nice racing here. Robroek still on the back foot, following very close heat for Sorvillo.
Absolutely beautiful.
As he will be making a move into Fanje, will he be breaking the latest? Ferrazzano still ahead of Robroek, but there's still lots of time to gain places.
I think there was some rain predicted, but I think if it comes, it should be at the end of the race. Everyone's on a dry tire, so I don't think they will pit. I think they will just figure it out and try to finish.
That could give some extra spectacles and maybe some crashes with damp patches on certain part of the track.
Brahim Hamou, he went off track and jumped to pits, so I'm not sure what happened there. We will have a look at some crashes later. when everything has settled. Colin in first, getting past Ventile just now.
Yeah, indeed, we missed that move as they're still side by side, Police and Van Tielen. Police on the inside will be getting that move stick and now focusing on Colin on the run down to Eau Rouge, the most famous corner in the whole world, I think. That's a big move driving that.
Without a doubt. One of them at least. It's in the top 5.
Yeah.
Oof. Let's see. Colin in the middle. Ventile on the left. Fagnan Police on the right. He has the inside. Ventile is on the outside, but he has a good run. He has made it past him completely. He goes defensive on the inside ahead in front of Fagnan Police. Colin can stay in P2. But
A very good move, very aggressive move, chopping off Colin, making sure he gets the inside line, and it was enough to make the move stick. I think Colin might have a word to the stewards about that, but I think it was clean. Now trying to drive away, but you don't really can get away in these cars.
yeah, it's difficult. They don't have the most amount of power, so when you make a mistake, you really pay for it in terms of lap time.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen that as well. That can be very quickly. You can quickly lose places, but you can also quickly gain places. It's very competitive.
There's a big battle for position happening here. It's from P6 all the way to P11, I think. All these guys so close together. Whenever Pigneur makes the smallest mistake or he leaves a tiny gap open, Sorvio would definitely jump into it. He has something to make up for. He's made up 6 positions already, but that's definitely not enough. And as I said it, he's taking the position on the inside right before Blanchimont.
Do you see them coming onto the bus stop chicane? 3 wide, 4 wide. Maybe it will be Sorvio leading into the bus stop chicane. Then Noel slotting behind Pigneur, losing 2 positions. Then Ferranzano behind, and Robrook is also following very closely. As we see,
Some more switcheroos happening in the front. Ventile still in P1, but Colin got passed by Fagnan Police.
yes, as you see them going almost side by side into Rouge. Colin slotting behind, and he will be making a move in on the straight again. He has a slipstream. Fagnan lets the inside open. Van Tielen does not. He defends that inside line. Who will be latest on the brakes again? Fagnan Police around the outside.
It's not over. It's not over. He has the inside now. Fagnan, Colin on the inside, and that should be the position you want.
Fagnan not giving up. Well. He is fastest in the. Yeah, he was the first one to go into the corner, but around the outside, less grip, a bit more dust, and he has to give up that place. But the battle is not over yet.
There's a battle happening for P10 as well. Maxime Robot just lost position to Mathieu Guigny. With a fair gap already. Ferrazzano dropped back to P9. And is driving behind Sorvillo.
Kellerman's having a really good race in P5.
Hermans indeed. He didn't have the best of starts, but he's driving consistently now, and he has a good connection to the top 4. So whenever anything happens, he's going to be there.
Exactly, and that's the advantage of starting in first position for the feature race, or for the sprint race. Yeah. Which one is the first one?
Heat 1.
Yeah, Heat 1 and Heat 2. Yeah.
Balthazar making a pass on Donkerwolken as well. I saw it just happen on the timing screen. Oof, this is another 2 wide, maybe 3 wide. Pigneur, then Noel and then Sorvillo. So Pigneur, oh no, that's a big crash. That's a multi-car crash, and that's not the best of places you want to stall your car. That's very, very dangerous for all traffic that's oncoming. I hope he can find a way to join the track. That was
Everyone trying to
super
avoid him,
close.
but he's not in a good
I
position.
think that was Duval that had to really,
Got
really.
closer.
I think I want to see that from the cockpit. Let me check.
I think we also have to see that move again. That
Oh.
oof,
That was close, but I think
seeing him very, very late.
was it. It's then it
Was
must have
closer
been.
who
Was
had
it?
to
Was
go
it
around
close?
the outside.
Yep, good reaction time. Absolutely.
As you see, the clouds getting darker and darker, and we see police trying to go around the outside of Brussels. Very big chance of rain in this, as we are already over half time. Van Tielen defending into Pouhon as Van Police makes a move around the outside. He is making it stick. Van Peters is close behind, who also moved up 2 positions. Van Tielen still in first. Van Police is not giving away. Wow! He's getting pushed out of the track as we see it from Peters' view. He had a beautiful view on that battle. And now Police is has lost a bit of the toe of Van Tielen, so you have to defend against Peters, as I think we see a little bit of drops on the track. Colin is also alongside of Peters. As they come into the bus stop chicane.
This is going to be a
Colin,
battle
move.
until the end.
It is, I think, indeed. As everyone slots behind for another lap and another long camel straight where moves can happen. As Colin almost drives into the back of Police, but he doesn't fully commit to the move.
Let's have a look at
Van
Robroek
Tielen.
now in P8. So he moved up quite a lot, which is very good for him. Made a pass on Romano and is now chasing Ferrazzano for P7. So those are some
But
good points to take home if he can.
As he'll have to defend, and I think we will see a move from Police on Van Tielen as well. Oh, pushing along the grass! No contact! Big contact, and I think that's Police in first, and that's Van Tielen who has made contact with Colin.
Yeah,
Harsh defending. Colin tried to put his nose in, and I hope these guys don't have damage. That could have ended very, very badly.
There's still 7 minutes on the clock, so that means 4 laps probably, maybe 3.
Yeah, around that. As Fagnan is now in first place, he took away the lead from Van Tielen.
And Peters moving into third.
Yeah, he was waiting patiently in 5th position and moved up onto the podium. So now it's Fagnan Police leading the pack, Van Tielen behind, Peters in 3rd position, Colin in 4th, and Hermans in 5th position. And after that we have a slight gap, Pigneur, who has also a slight gap to Ferrazzano. And he will be defending against Robroek. As again the straight or the curve of Blanchimont, Vince Peters again trying to make a move on Van Tielen. Where will he place the car? Will he try to go inside? Will he try to go around the outside? What will Van Tielen let him do? He goes up the inside, but I don't think Peter is close enough to make that move stick. As I see behind,
Maybe
Robroek having
Robroek
to
has a
defend.
run on Ferrazzano, but not for now. Kenny Herman still in P5, driving consistently and getting closer and closer to P4. Mathieu Collin right now. Position switch, Stuyvers and Balthazar. Maybe Stuyvers now is the outside, so Balthazar might take the position back. Oh no, he goes way earlier on the brakes. Tries to play it safe, but did have kind of a wobble.
As the first, again on the camel straight, Van Tielen around the outside. Here comes Peters as well. He is following very close behind. Van Tielen is giving him no place to go to. Vanja Police second, and Van Tielen moves into the first place. Vanja Police has to be content with second place, as Peters is very close behind. As see Ferrazzano and Robroek also battling it out.
This is Stan Donkerwolke trying to make a pass on Marceau Guigné, and this could be the one into Bruxelles on the inside. Oh, and there goes Maxime Stuyvers as well. Trying to take advantage of the move, and he does successfully.
Yeah, good move from him.
Absolutely. That's a good one. Now he will try to make a pass on the inside of double gauche. Let's see, Stuyvers on the inside. Donkerwolke has to go very wide. Maybe took an off track. I'm not sure how sensitive they are in double gauche. But now Donkerwolke has the inside, which could be favorable. Oh no, very good driving late on the brakes. And Stuyvers makes the move. And that's into top 10 for Stuyvers.
Indeed, he will be getting good points here as they are again back to the front, where this battle is not over. Police is side by side. He will lose a little bit of space, but he is confidently alongside. Will Peters make a move? No, he will not. And Vanja Police is again into first place, and he will have to defend for another lap against Van Tielen, against Peters, against Collins, and maybe against Kevin Hermans as well, as he crosses the line in first position. As we see Stan Donkerwolke trying to stay close to Stuyvers and try to defend his 10th position, 11th position against Balthazar.
Yeah, well, lots of close battles. It's been interesting so far, and it's going to be way more interesting. That's a double side by side. Oh, some bump drafting maybe from Peters onto I think it's Vanja Police. Both on the inside. Let's see if Peters can take the inside on Van Tielen, but I don't think he can. Van Tielen is really strong into the braking zone there and stays ahead still. Colin still in 4th, Herman still in 5th as they watch it all happen. Peters going to the inside. No, that's that could not be done.
I think we are on the penultimate lap as well, with only 3 minutes to go. Only 2 minutes to go, so
Yes, indeed.
we'll very much be the penultimate lap. Not a lot of opportunities. They are running out of time. If they want to make a move, it will be now or will be never.
Yes, indeed.
As
But
still-
there are we've seen quite some good overtaking opportunities. Some corners that are really good for overtaking in Spa-Francorchamps, and the slipstream is massive. So I do think on the Camel Straight we will see another position switch in the top 5.
Yeah, indeed, and we've seen also that Van Tielen can be quite aggressive. All drivers defending aggressive, they're attacking aggressive. Been clean so far. As you ride on board with Vince Peters, what will he do? Little lifts, almost bump drafting. Van Tielen, will he go for the insides? No, he backs off and he slots behind.
watch out, Vince.
Might lose a position.
Oh, this might be the
For some
opportunity for Hermans. He had a good run on Colin, a little bit off track, but I think you can do that in the last corner. He has the inside now. Let's see. Let's have a look at Hermans. Can he take a position away from Colin? I think he does, but it's not over yet, because now we have Rouge Radion and then the Camel Straight coming up with a hard braking zone into Les Combes, and that's where a lot of positions have been switched.
And it's the final time. The best opportunity to overtake, as we've seen almost every lap. Positions change. So if Van Tielen wants to take the win, it will be best opportunity. He is close behind. Police is defending that inside line. Van Tielen. Will he be later? On the brakes. Funny Police on the inside. Keremans as well. Police does it. He brakes just a little bit later to force himself into first position again as he... Oh, as Van Tielen goes for a move into Brussels. Fanny sweeps it around the outside.
Oh, some oversteer as well from Fagnan Police, but he does manage to stay ahead.
It's not over yet. Van Tielen wants that inside line, doesn't get it. He has to try to move it around the outside. Everyone is almost on the back of him. He will have to defend every corner if he wants to win this race. Again, giving no space. And he is ahead. It's 5 corners to go. Wow, taking a little bit of gravel as well. That will not be good for the final run. Van Tielen is already alongside of him. Peters.
Peters has a good run now.
Yeah, but he's getting blocked off. He has nowhere to go. What will he do? Police still in first. Who will dare to break the latest? Peters getting blocked by both Van Tielen and Fagnan. They're going side by side into the final chicane, and it's Van Tielen who takes the win.
Heremans!
As he sees Keremans spinning in the background, and who will be the second position?
Peters taking it on the line, then Fagnan Police, Colin. Heremans, very unfortunate with a spin on the last lap after a mistake from Colin. Then it's Pigneur and Robroek. Romano in 8th, followed by Stuyvers and Ferrazzano. Oh, Ferrazzano! Why is... Oh no, he did finish. Okay, I thought he was at a standstill. Balthazar Donkerwolke Gigny Molle coming over the line as well. There is Luca Klose coming in P15 at the end of the second heat of tonight. Next up, Antoine Duval in 16th.
Amazing race again.
This was, yeah, exciting at the end, to say the least. Axel Abrams coming in 17th. Oh, top 5 were so close. Unfortunate error or maybe some contact, I'm not sure, with Heremans at the end. Yeah,
but in the end they
Peters taking P2 on the line. Fagnan Police going from P1 to P3 just in the last sector. That's always heartbreaking.
Yeah, we see it again. It's that final lap that counts. It's again a very tactical race. Fagnan Police try to win it from the front. But yeah, he couldn't, sadly. As we see, Jan Mulders coming on the bus-stop chicane will also be finishing his race. And then, yeah, losing the position to Peters at the line, it's heartbreaking. But they had a very good race as he comes over the finish.
I think it was a good night for sim racing world.
Indeed, and for everyone watching as well.
I enjoyed that very much.
Jeremy van Grisven coming, and that's the last one on track for P20. I think that's everyone over the line. Are there still interviews after this? Or
yeah, if some drivers join the waiting room, we can still do an interview.
There was
in the meantime, we can have a look at the final results of Heat 2.
Indeed.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Oh, okay, then yeah, Van Tielen, Peters, Fagnan Police. That's the podium for round 2 of the Pro Championship. Oh, let's look at this. Heremans coming in 4th position, because that must be because Colin, he had a penalty at the in the final lap that he couldn't complete, and he ended up in P15. so that's also devastating for him. Good for Hermans because he moves up to P4 and Pigneur to P5. Robrock in 6th, then Romano and Stuyvers. Verrazzano in 9th, and Kevin Balthazar, he gets to take the last spot in the top 10. Then Donkerwolke, Gigny, Molle, Kloos, and Mathieu Collin in 15th, just like we said. And then it's Duval, Abrams, Timus, if I say that correctly. Jan Mulders in 19th, followed by Van Grinsven in 20th. Then Sorvillo, who did not have the best of luck tonight. Noel, Hamu, and Bosga, also unfortunate of his false starts, if I'm correct.
Yes, indeed. He had to get a drive-through, and I think he quit the race.
Yeah, unfortunate, but I mean, we still enjoyed it though. But I think for Bosga, he should have been in the top 5 as well, top 6.
Yeah, he was indeed battling for those positions as well, and he could have spiced it up even more. But yeah, it sometimes it's not your day, and that's also racing.
Yeah, it's one of those.
And I think he will be extra fired up for the next race and to get an even better result and to make up for those for that mistake.
Absolutely. Luckily, the stream went well in the Pro Championship, so now that we know that that's fixed, that's a good thing for next round. That will be in 2 weeks, and
Indeed.
in 2 weeks we will be racing in the US at Laguna Seca. We talked about Eau Rouge Radillon, one of the most legendary corners. I think Laguna Seca has one of the most legendary corners as well. So looking forward to see how those F4 cars tackle the Laguna Seca.
It's indeed a very interesting track as well. Yeah, the corkscrew always amazing, and also it's tricky to overtake there, but it can be done.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, and also a lot of corners where you can get alongside the first one. The second corner, that double 90-degree corner. Yeah, the corkscrew, and then the final corner as well.
Indeed. In the meanwhile, I see that we have a winner waiting in the waiting room, so I will drag him in, and we welcome Jentel van Tielen. Jentel, congratulations with the win.
Thank you. It was a really nice and interesting race, to say the least.
It was interesting, to say the least. Indeed, lots of things to watch on the broadcast. Yeah, it was worth it for us. How was the race for you?
Well, the sprint race, the first heat was quite boring is the wrong word to say, but more easier because we were with 3 drivers in the front. We pushed each other along, and it was just the last lap with a bit of a fight. With a bit of luck that Bosga made a slight error into a no name.
Yeah,
I was really saving to the last bit of the track, so that helped. But yeah, then the feature race was really difficult because slipstream in F4 is so incredibly stoned that you just can't pull away. And yeah, it's every straight. It is a huge battle to stay in front or to choose to go into a P2.
Indeed,
but yeah,
it's not easy.
I had the feeling I had the pace together with Vince, but it just really didn't work out, I guess, until the last couple of laps. But yeah, then really, really nice final lap. Made the move up on, in my opinion, the best place, and just was a bit lucky to hold it in the bus stop.
Yeah, it was an exciting last corner, the bus stop. You moved up into P1 ahead of Fagnan Police, Vince Peters as well. So lots of interesting things to watch on the screen. How was the battle up front? You said you couldn't really get away, but I did feel like the racing was quite nice.
Yeah, it was so stressful to race because if you touch the touch we had on the Camel Straight, and I think it was lap 4 or lap 5, it was so close to just crashing out the car completely, and don't even know how we managed to survive that, but happy to come away with that with not too much damage actually. So yeah, then from then on, the battle was really nice, and also I have to say from Vince and the guy in P2 from Gauthier, also very, very respectful driving to each other, not pushing each other really off the track because that's really easy to do in F4. So yeah, it was really fun. I actually enjoyed it so much.
I could not agree more. Looking forward to the next round at Laguna Seca. Are you familiar with the car on Laguna Seca?
I drove a couple of races with it. It's less of slipstream track, so pace is gonna be a bit more important
Mm-hmm.
because today it was of course very important to have good qualifying and then just survive the
Yeah.
races. But
Yeah.
Laguna's a bit more
Yeah, I think it's
pace
going to
track, I
be
think.
more difficult to overtake on Laguna Seca.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, still looking forward to it. Thanks for racing with us tonight, and we'll see each other in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Thank you for the podcast also, guys.
Cheers.
And we will see each other.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. All right, next up we have another great contender in the championship, as we saw in the races tonight. Gauthier Fagnan Polis, welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a bit disappointed to not have the win at the bus stop, but it was a fair battle in the end. You will get the win very respectfully, and it was a very nice battle. I tried to defend as much as I could during both of the races. One for race one for the 7th place, and here for the win. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is indeed. But anyway, good results. Unfortunate of the last lap, because you lost the position there. There was such a strong attack from Van Thiele, and then Vince Peters just taking advantage of it. It's unfortunate, but at least you took a win in Heat 1, and yeah, showed some very good racing throughout the both for the heats.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanna thank first my sponsorships, of course, but I would also like to thank all the Belgian community on iRacing, because we are unheard a lot in the overall French and Belgian community. So it's very nice to have a certified league for a first one, and the F4 is quite difficult to drive for me as a GT driver. It was quite difficult.
It's quite different. You need to really adapt between the cars. Yeah, next up Laguna Seca, so I'm looking forward to it. I think just like Van Thiele said, the pace will be extremely important. Luckily, you had a lot of pace today, so let's hope you find it on Laguna Seca as well.
Yeah, I don't like the track much, so it will be a bit of a challenge with a car that I don't drive very much as well. So it will be interesting to see.
Interesting it was today already, so looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
for
much.
racing with us, and see you in 2 weeks.
See ya.
Cheers. All right then, that was it with the interviews for tonight. It seems that means that we can put an end to the broadcast. Niels and Simon and I would like to thank you for watching, and we will see each other in 2 weeks at Laguna Seca on the 7th of July. So from then we will race back on a Monday evening. We'll see each other then.
Indeed.
Niels,
Bye-bye.
Simon, thank you for joining me, and see you soon.